I've never seen a buzzard hunting ducks before. That was one of the closest bird encounters I've ever had. We did make a grave mistake. We have a rainbow behind us, the sun rising in front of us, and rain in between. It's a very strange morning, but we are out here trying to do some more wildlife photography. Now, because it's quite early, it's very quiet out here. There's not much disturbance. The weather isn't perfect for dog walkers and the like, so it is nice and quiet. While just coming out this morning, it's been raining, we saw the sunrise, and we saw a rainbow. It's quite early in the morning and most people, due to the bad weather, will still be tucked in bed, but the wildlife has to come out anyway, and that means I do too. You see, animals can't stop because of bad weather, unlike humans, and this is ideal for wildlife photographers if you don't mind going out in worse conditions. Now, it is a little bit wet, but I don't think that's going to be a problem today. It shouldn't get too wet, and if it does, we'll just have to take a break. And in this field in front of me, I've found some deer. I believe it's 3 roe deer, and I've got the camera filming them now. Now, I'm really happy with the composition of this shot because we've got the field in the front. Then we've got the dark band of trees before it goes back to nice green with the leaves on the trees. And this means it's kind of got a stripy effect with the deer in the middle. Now, I hope the deer come slightly further into the field because at the moment they're very much hugging the back, but that's why I'm videoing. You see, when it comes to wildlife which is really quite far away, I video them because if I took photos of the deer, they'd just be a speck in the photo, whereas when you're watching it as a video, you can see them moving, you can actually see the animals doing their thing. I think when they're too far away to photograph, you can still video them. Now, we did make a grave mistake. If you're very observant, you will see that this tripod is not working normally. The camera is actually just balanced on the tripod, so never do this if you care about your camera equipment. Now, I do care about my camera equipment, but I'm doing it with caution. The problem is, I left my tripod plate on my other camera, so I don't have it with me. So we're simply doing a balancing act, but it is working at holding the camera stable. Now you hear that bird? That is the typical robin. Now the robin has been hopping around on this path that I'm on, so I've got right down to try and get as eye level as possible with this robin. He's up in the trees at the moment and the sky behind him with the sun is way too bright. The photos will have so much chromatic aberration and it's just not going to look good. But if he comes down into the lower parts of the bush, we should be able to get some cool photos. and that was one of the closest bird encounters I've ever had. The robin was within arm's reach of me. It was so close that the Canon 7D Mark II and Sigma 150-600mm lens that I'm using today couldn't focus on it. Like, it was really close, which is awesome to see, and it's great that the robin wasn't scared of me. Now, I was crouched down very low, which, if you watch my How to Get Great Wildlife Photos Every Time, was one of my first tips. You want to make yourself as small as possible. Then I was also being quiet, and I'm wearing green. And as I mentioned before the robin came really close, we wanted the robin to go into the bushes because it would make a really nice photo. And guess what? The robin made us proud. It also went into the bush and we got these photos. And we got some more photos. There was a flock of long-tailed tits and they were flying around in the bushes again. They had a nice orangey glow to the background because it is autumn, and this meant we got some cool photos. Now, this is new to me, but there are some cows. There hasn't ever been cows here before, so this might be a new thing, but it's nice to see. And we just got a few more awesome photos. Now, there was a flock of ducks and they were flying along the sky, which is pretty normal, except this flock of ducks was being followed by a buzzard. So I took this photo. You can see the buzzard is just watching and following these ducks. Now, he didn't seem to be hunting them because he was below them, so he stood no chance really. But who knows, maybe he was following them so he could hunt them. I've never seen a buzzard hunting ducks before, but you never know, and this photo does show the buzzard following the ducks. And then, just a snap decision, there was a pigeon flying towards me and I decided to take the photo, and they turned out very well. I got a series of it flying towards me, and so here are those photos. And it is very wet, as you can see. I'm slipping and sliding all over the place. I'm very glad I wore wellies. Now, in the UK, it's been raining for weeks now, and it looks like it's going to be raining for weeks. A flock of geese flying along behind me. And this rain is making it quite difficult for us wildlife photographers because it makes all of our equipment get wet if we go out. And obviously we don't want our equipment to get wet. So I've been struggling to get out, hence my evening and early morning. I've been taking every opportunity I can to come out and do wildlife photography, and I think it's paying off. We're getting some cool photos. It's forcing me to go out in different environments that I wouldn't normally go in. We've got some awesome photos today, and we've taken quite a lot of video, which I hope you've enjoyed. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Check the links in the description, and I will see you in the next one.